Hello students, a very good morning to you. We already have completed our revision of chapter 1 of that is life process, and today we will revise the next chapter, that is chapter 2 of biology and chapter 7 of your NCERT book. In our previous chapter we saw that how living organisms show different processes for keep themselves alive. In this chapter we will study about how they show different type of control and coordinating movements. Which organs are involved in this process? So students, let's start at chapter 2 or chapter 7 of class 10, that is control and coordination. From the word control and coordination, we understand that when any activity inside our body takes place in a coordinating manner, means each organs help to another organ. Suppose you can see me while I am teaching you, my expression, my face expression, my hand expression and my body expression, what represent? It represent the control and coordination, means how I am talking, how I am explaining about the topic, that is called control and coordination. Clear students? So let's understand it in detail. We are higher organisms or higher animals. We have a well developed, well defined nervous system. But you think some lower organisms and plants, as all they are living, so they have also control and coordination activity occurs in them. Whether it is a plant or whether it is an unicellular organism, all living organisms have control and coordination. So how they show this control and coordination activity? Suppose for example, you know that amoeba reproduces through binary fission. But here, if I tell you that amoeba also reproduces through multiple fission, then you will be get confused. What is ma'am saying? In the last class, ma'am said that amoeba reproduces through binary fission. In this class, ma'am is saying that amoeba reproduces through multiple fission. This is true. Means when the condition is unfavorable or during drastic conditions, amoeba creates a cyst wall around it and divided its nucleus into multiple nucleus or many nucleus. This is multiple fission. But why this occurred? Why this occurred? How do a single celled organism like amoeba know that the condition around itself or around its surrounding is not favorable, not perfect for its growth? That is due to, as it is living, so its cell has sensitivity towards the environment, due to which it can identify that the cell outside the surrounding is not favorable for itself. So to decrease its energy need and other activities, it reproduces by means of multiple fission and creates a cyst wall around it. Suppose this is amoeba. During drastic condition, it creates a cyst wall around it. Students, I think you understand whether it is a single celled organism or a multiple celled organism or multicellular organism. All living organisms have control and coordination. Through this example, I know you understand. Let's take example of Scorpio, Bichu. When a Scorpio is come towards you and if you put your leg or hits it, then what happens? Then it will changes its direction. This is a simpler organism, but still, how does it know? When you go to cut a cockroach, then it also ran away. Why this happened? Means in their body there something is present which help in identifying or help in or giving their response towards the surrounding or environment or the environmental factors. So students, here we will study about nervous system, animal nervous system, which is your main topic. These are the examples which I gave you to know or to understand that what is actually nervous system is. So students, our topic is animal nervous system. Animal nervous system. Animal nervous system is consist of millions of neurons. Neurons are the smallest unit of nervous system. They carry messages and send messages towards the brain and different parts of the body. Hello students. So let's continue our chapter 2. that is control and coordination of your NCERT book of class 10th. In my last class or in the previous video, I have told you about different type of organisms, how they show their response towards the environmental factors. Now we will study about animal nervous system, which is the main topic of today. So animal nervous system is consists of many nerve cells, and these nerve cells are known as neurons. Neurons are called as the structural and functional unit of nervous system, or the smallest unit of nervous system. Means neurons carry messages from brain to different parts of the body and vice versa. It means from body to the brain. So how this process occurs, how these neurons help in the transportation of messages from body to brain and brain to body. So let's understand it in detail. As we know that nervous system is consist of two types. One is CNS, which is called as central nervous system. And another is PNS, which is known as peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system is again consist of brain and spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system is consist of cranial nerves and spinal nerves. So what is their function? As I have told you here, animal nervous system is consist of CNS and PNS. CNS means central nervous system, means it is present centrally and controls all the activities. And who are the main organs who are situated centrally? They are brain and spinal cord. If you see this circle, this part is called as center and this part is called as periphery. In center, brain and spinal cord are present, brain and spinal cord, and they control various activities through the peripheral nervous system. Means from brain there is cranial nerves are arise, and from spinal cord spinal nerves are arise. So how this occurs? As I have told you, neuron is the neuron, or we can say as nerve cell. Neuron is the smallest unit of nervous system, means all those activities that are taking place in our body are done through these neurons. Suppose the movement of my hands, how I am representing you, how I am explaining you the topic, the body movement of myself, my face appearance, my body language, etc., etc., they all are done by the help of neuron. Means neuron suggest me to talk like this or to move my hands like this. That's why I am doing all these activities. Means inside my body there is control and coordination occur, and that is controlled by the brain by the help of cranial nerves and spinal nerves. So these neurons, as the neurons are controlling or doing all the activities, let's see the diagram of a neuron and let's see how messages transform within the neuron. So students, you can watch the diagram. Here is the diagram of a neuron. You can see here how the diagram. You can see this is a neuron. Clear? This is the nucleus. These are the cytoplasm, and the long portion of neuron is called as axon, and they are the nerve endings. Clear? So this part is called as dendrite. This part is called as cytoplasm. This is the nucleus. This is axon. This part is called nerve endings. And the complete is called as cell body. The complete structure is cell body, and this is the structure of a neuron. So students, you can see this. This is the neuron which carries messages. So how messages are carried by the neuron? First, the dendritic tip, which is arise from dendrite. These are the dendritic tips. You can see these are the dendritic tips. They collect message, and then the message is sent towards the cell cytoplasm, and through cytoplasm, it moves through the axon and reaches at the nerve endings. Here you have to understand one thing. When message is transmitted within the neuron, means when it is passes through within the neuron, then here electrical impulse occur. Electrical impulse occur which is very fast. And when the message is transferred from dendrite to axon, and again it have to go to the next neuron. As we know, our body is consist of millions of neurons, and due to the network of neurons, we are able to do various activities. Suppose if a spine pinches our leg or inside our feet pinches our feet, then what happen? Then we will feel hurt. We hurt. Why? Because we saw some responses as the neurons are carrying these messages towards the brain. Or when we are putting our hand on some hot objects, then we also quickly move our hand. How this is occur? How this message so quickly reaches to our brain? This is due to neuron. So this neuron carries messages by two means. One is through electrical impulse and another is through chemical impulse. Electrical impulse is occurs when the message is transmitted within the neuron, and when it reaches at the dendritic tip or end of the neuron, then the electrical impulse stop. Here what happened? Here another neuron is present. As you know, the network of neurons are like this. Another neuron from here starts and so on. The neurons are continued like this. Here same nucleus, cytoplasm, dendrite, dendritic tips. So here when the message transmit from one neuron to another neuron, then here the chemical electrical impulse get converted into chemical impulse. Chemical impulse. Why it is converted into chemical impulse? As we know that from the nerve endings, there is a chemical is secreted which is known as acetylcholine. The chemical is called as acetylcholine, due to which it converted electrical impulse into chemical impulse and the message transmit to the next neuron. Students, this is most important point, that within the neuron, the message transmitted through electrical impulse. But when it passes from one neuron to another neuron, here the electrical impulse get converted into chemical impulse due to releasing of acetylcholine from the nerve endings. And here there is a gap. You think if there is a gap, that is called as synapse. If there is a gap, then how this gap is crossed by, or the message is crossed by the gap. Here the message is crossed by due to the chemical impulse, and the message get chemical impulse is slower than the electrical impulse. As I have told you, chemical impulse is slower than the electrical impulse, so it slows here. Again it passes to the next neuron, then same procedure occurs, same process occurs, then it moves to another neuron, and in this way we able to know that something happened in our body, or a spine pinches our feet, or we feel hot or feel cold. This is due to these receptors present in our body which are called as neurons. So neurons play an important role by carrying and receiving messages to different parts of the body. So students, next topic we will study, this is all about your neuron. Next we will study is what happens during reflex action. Let's see what is reflex action. What happens in reflex action? What happens in reflex action? In reflex action, what happens? That first we have to know its definition. How we will define reflex action? The action which takes place quickly without thinking of the brain, means we are not aware of the incident that what will happen, and quickly that happens. Suppose for example, now you are watching the video, that what is ma'am saying, and suddenly your phone fall down, then what will happen? You will be get so much stressed and feared that mama or papa will be tell us or rude on us that why you fall the phone. So in this case, the body get activated and brain gets no message quickly, but still you have some sentences to reply your parents that why the phone fall down, but that was the not original reason. Let's give another example. Suppose you come from school and you see there is a very hot day, and you go into the bathroom and put a mug and take some water and put on your body, and you unfortunately know you don't know that that water is hot, and after that you will show the reaction, you will open the door and quickly run away from that area. So why this happened? This is happened because of reflex action. So let's define reflex action. The action which takes place quickly without thinking of the brain. Without thinking of the brain. Is called as reflex action. Means here brain gets no time to think. So what should be done? That is how the reflex action is controlled. This is controlled by the spinal cord, which is also a part of central nervous system, but this is controlled by spinal cord. As you know, all the things will be impossible for the brain to control. That's why brain has some other parts or some other organs which help the brain in control and coordination activity. We will study in detail through examples. Here I want to give you the example of your book. When you touches a hot object, then you quickly keep away your hands from that object, and the quick keep away from hands from the object is due to reflex action. Means at that moment if your brain decides that what to do, then your hand must be burned. Means suppose you put the thing that is very hot, then the message will go to the brain, then brain think what should be done. Do I keep away my hand? No, I should place my hand. If brain thinks like this, then your hand must be burned. So in this case, before the message reaches to the brain, this is done by spinal cord quickly. So how this occurred, I will give you an interesting example to understand this. Clear, students? So let's see. This is your brain. This is your brain. Clear? And this is spinal cord. This is spinal cord. This is brain and this is spinal cord. As we know that there are two type of neurons are appointed or are present in the nervous system. One is to carry message from the brain and another is to carry message towards the brain. So spinal cord has another neuron that is called as relay neuron, which controls relay neuron. Clear, students? Brain on the top, which takes decision on voluntary actions, we will study. Then spinal cord on emergency situation controls different activities in our brain, like reflex action is controlled by spinal cord. Again, spinal cord also has relay neuron, and relay neuron is of two types, and relay neuron has again two type of neurons. One neuron is to send message to the body and another neuron is to give message to the brain. So here we can see that sensory neuron and motor neuron. This is sensory neuron. This is sensory neuron and this is your motor neuron. Sensory neuron brings message from the body part. Suppose this is your body part, or we can say your organ. Body part, which organ may be affected. then we get hurt or get pain or some incident happen in your body part. Suppose in your hand, let's consider it as hand. As you touch the hurt objects, then this is your hand. Then quickly the message is sent by the sensory neuron to the relay neuron, and again relay neuron sends it to spinal cord. Then spinal cord tells relay neuron to send motor neuron and to keep away your hand from the hurt object. So here motor neuron brings message from brain, we can say, as brain is present last and it directly or indirectly control all the things. I will explain in detail. So this is sensory neuron and this is motor neuron. Sensory neuron takes message from body parts and motor neuron brings message from the brain. That's why sensory neuron is associated with receptors and motor neuron is associated with effectors. For better understand, if you unable to understand, let's understand in detail. Suppose brain is head cell. Clear, students? This example is so interesting. Then spinal cord is RP cell. Then relay neuron is Shastri cell. You are very familiar about Shastri sir who teaches you English. Then what happened? As you know that brain is the main thinking part and it controls the voluntary actions. Means if brain looks for all the activities, then it will be so impossible. That's why brain has another coordinating organ which coordinates the brain or helps the brain in different activities, that is spinal cord, which I considered as RP cell. Means some events are those who are not that, which events or which messages can't be sent to head cell. So here RP cell have to control. But again, some events and some incidents are like that RP cell also can take decisions. Means in emergency situations. Suppose for example, one of you or a student fall down and it has an injury in its head and bleeding occurs. At that moment, if the message sent to head RP cell then to head cell, then what happens? Then heavy bleeding will be occur. So at that case, what happens? Suppose I am the teacher who is teaching and in my class the child or the student get injured. So quickly here the sensory neuron is myself. Suppose let's think it's myself. It's me. I am taking message to Shastri cell that one child get injured, we have to take that child into the hospital. Then Shastri cell will send this message to RP cell. What should be done? Then RP cell quickly replies, you should take to him to the hospital. So here Shastri cell also will not go to the hospital, so he sends another teacher to take the students to the hospital. So let's think he told to Neelam ma'am for the students to take to the hospital. Then here motor neuron, suppose let's think Neelam ma'am which brings message from the brain. Here me, it's Vaijayanti ma'am which takes or gives message to the brain through relay neuron and spinal cord. Then what happen? Quickly we will do effort for the child that how his injury should be cured, and then the student will be taken to the hospital. And after coming from the hospital, again this message is sent to spinal cord, means RP cell. Then RP cell will ask, is everything okay? Then after one day we can give the message to head cell, because these are small events or small incidents which can't be tell to head cell, as he have many things to think and many things to do. That's why these small incidents can't be take under consideration by head cell. That's why you can understand this example. Inside our body same procedure occurs. It means I want to explain you in Hindi. ये हमारी ब्रेन है, ब्रेन को बहुत सारा काम करना होता है, ठीक है. तो अगर ब्रेन हर छोटा बड़ा काम करने लग जाए तो जो मेन काम है, जो सोचने वाला काम है, थिंकिंग एक्टिविटीज, वॉल्यूंट्री एक्टिविटीज, जो सेंस ऑर्गन के हिसाब से होता है, वो मुश्किल हो जाएगा। इसीलिए हेड सर ने मीन्स ब्रेन ने, यहाँ पे मैंने एग्जांपल हेड सर का दिया, ब्रेन का एग्जांपल मैंने हेड सर का लिया, इसीलिए क्योंकि जितने भी मेजर एक्टिविटीज होती है या जो भी सोचने वाली काम होती है या फिर जो भी इम्पोर्टेंट काम होता है वो ब्रेन का होता है, ये छोटे मोटे काम नहीं होते। तो उसके लिए सर ने क्या किया हुआ है, सर ने अलग अलग लेवल पे अलग अलग लोगों को रखा हुआ है। जैसे कि ऑफिशियल काम देखने के लिए आरपी सर को रखा है, टीचर्स की एक्टिविटीज को देखने के लिए शास्त्री सर को रखा है, ठीक है। और जैसे कि मैसेज देना और लेना जो होता है वहां पे उस जगह पे अगर कुछ इंसिडेंट होता है तो वही लेके मैसेज जाता है। सपोज मैंने यहाँ पे मेरा एग्जांपल दिया है आज सेंसोरी न्यूरॉन, और मैसेज लेके आने के लिए मैंने दूसरा एग्जांपल दिया है नीलम नाम का, ठीक है। तो क्या होता है, सपोज आपने किसी हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट को छू लिया और एकदम से छूते ही आपने आपका हाथ उस हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट से हटा दिया, तो तब क्या होगा, जैसे ही हटाया तो कैसे हटाया, क्या हुआ, तो वहां पे क्या था, सेंसोरी न्यूरॉन ने उसको रिसीव किया क्योंकि उसमें रिसेप्टर्स था और वो रिसेप्टर्स ने फील किया कि ये गर्म है इसलिए उठा लिया। तो उठाने के बाद रिले न्यूरॉन ने उठा के रिले न्यूरॉन को मैसेज भेजा, सॉरी उठाया नहीं, रिले न्यूरॉन को मैसेज भेजा। तो रिले न्यूरॉन ने क्या किया, तुरंत मोटर न्यूरॉन को बोला हाथ हटा ले वहां से, ठीक है। तो रिले न्यूरॉन ने मोटर न्यूरॉन ने क्या किया, हाथ को हटा लिया। उसके बाद मैसेज जो है वो गया आरपी सर के पास, मीन्स स्पाइनल कॉर्ड के पास, फिर गया ब्रेन के पास। आप सोचो जब आप आपकी हाथ को किसी गर्म पानी में डुबो देते हो, आप वी आर कंप्लीटली unknown about that the water kept in the bucket is so hot and you put your hands on it, then you quickly keep away your hands, quickly keep away। उसके बाद आप क्या सोचते हो, इस पे क्या लगाए, पतंजलि दंत कांति लगाए, विको लगाए, फेयर एंड लवली लगाए, बर्फ में डाल दे, अलग अलग थिंकिंग्स आती है कि इसको, इस इंजरी को हम कैसे क्योर करें। तो ये जो सोचते हैं हम बाद में, वो काम होता है ब्रेन का। बट ऑन द स्पॉट क्विकली डिसीजन लेने का काम क्या होता है, किसका होता है, रिले न्यूरॉन का। और रिले न्यूरॉन उसके बाद मैसेज भेजता है स्पाइनल कॉर्ड को, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड सबसे लास्ट में मैसेज भेजता है ब्रेन को। जैसे कि मैंने यहाँ पे एग्जांपल हेड सर का, आरपी सर का और शास्त्री सर को दिया। अगर एक बच्चा गिर जाता है, वो इंजर्ड हो गया, तो यहाँ पे वैजयंती मैडम ने मैसेज लिया, मैसेज लेके किसको दिया, शास्त्री सर को। शास्त्री सर ने तुरंत भेजा किसको, नीलम मैडम को, बोला जाके देख के आओ क्या हुआ है बच्चे को। फिर नीलम मैडम देख के गई, फिर मोटर न्यूरॉन मीन्स में गई, मैं बोली बहुत ज़्यादा ब्लीडिंग हो रहा है, सिर फट गया है। फिर ये मैसेज गया शास्त्री सर के पास, तो शास्त्री सर ने आरपी सर से पूछा क्या किया जाए, आरपी सर ने बोला तुरंत उसको हॉस्पिटल ले जाओ। हॉस्पिटल से आने के बाद में स्कूल छुट्टी होने के बाद आरपी सर ने हेड सर से क्या बोला कि सर एक बच्चे को चोट लगी थी, हमने हॉस्पिटल ले गया। तो सर ने तब क्या बोलेंगे, अच्छे से ट्रीटमेंट किया, पट्टी कराया। तो एग्जैक्टली हमारा ब्रेन भी वही करता है। समझ में आ गया आई थिंक। सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू। Brain is the main thinking part of the body. It only does the voluntary actions, means all the thinking activities that takes place through brain, and all the involuntary actions that is takes place through relay neuron and other accessory neurons. As I have told you here, two type of neurons which play an important role in sending and receiving messages, like your sensory neuron and motor neuron. This is the diagram of a reflex arc. You can take this as the diagram of a reflex arc. In your book the diagram is so complicated and it is also impossible for you to understand it what is reflex action. Here I have explained you through example that how reflex action works. So you should show brain, then spinal cord, then relay neuron. Then here is the sensory neuron that is associated with receptors, sensory neuron plus receptors, and then again body part, the body part which get affected or which get injured. Then here is the motor neuron and it is associated with effector, means it will bring message from the brain, and sensory neuron takes message towards the brain. In this way we control a reflex action, and this diagram is called as reflex arc. this question come as 5 marks question or sometimes 3 marks question. So this topic is very much important for you and you all have to understand it. First you have to define reflex action, then you have to draw this diagram of reflex act. Reflex act not only present in hand but also in all the parts, and that's why we show response towards every part. If a mosquito bites to my face, then I will quickly slap on the mosquito. So how I get the message? Here is also reflex act present. So all the body part contains this system of reflex act, due to which we able to know that something happening inside our body, or we are getting injured, or we have pinched a spine, means nail, etc, etc, etc. So students, I think you understand it in a better way through my examples. So let's start our next topic, which is your after human brain. Sorry, next we will start human brain. Clear students? So let's start human brain. Now we will study about human brain. As you know that brain is the main thinking part of the body and it controls all the voluntary actions. Means inside our body two type of actions are occur. One is voluntary and another is involuntary. Voluntary and involuntary. Voluntary is associated with sense organs. Means 5 sense organs are present in our body: nose, ear, eye, skin and tongue. These are the sense organs. The events that takes place through these sense organs are called as voluntary action. And other activities inside our body who are not associated with sense organs are called as involuntary action. Suppose for example, our heartbeat. We can't control heartbeat. Our pulse rate, our rate of respiration. Suppose I am teaching you since a long time period without taking enough oxygen or sufficient oxygen. Then after some time, obviously or autonomously my body gets oxygen to control my respiration or breathing rate. So how this happen? How this happen? This is happened due to involuntary action. We will study all this through human brain. Human brain is consist of or divided into 3 major regions. One is forebrain, second is midbrain, and third one is hindbrain. Forebrain does all the voluntary activities as I have told you. Students, remember one thing, whether the activity takes place voluntarily or involuntarily, it is controlled by the brain. Clear? Again, voluntary action is controlled by which brain? Forebrain. And involuntary action is controlled by midbrain and hindbrain, which we will study in detail. Clear students? So how this happen, we will see through diagram. We will make the diagram and see that which parts are present in forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain, and how the sense organs associated with forebrain control different activities. Clear students? So we will continue this topic in our next class.